Paul, I won't ask for a blow-by-blow reenactment of Friday, but are there any major lessons that you've learned from what happened at Luton?
Ooh. Not really, is my honest answer. I've watched the game back twice. I've clipped it to show the lads again today. So, look, maybe, I mean, this is all, utopia. Maybe we could manage the game better with 10 minutes to go. Maybe that's not really who we are, potentially. I think we were trying to maybe get a second goal, which, again, I can't criticise the lads for, because a second goal makes it comfortable. But and then I thought, I never ever felt under any undue pressure, apart from what there always is on a match day during the game. But I didn't think that we were under any threat. I thought we defended pretty resolutely. But what it does show, and which I will reiterate to the group today, that, and I say it all the time, that everything matters. Like literally every detail matters. So if the set piece comes in, if you don't get first contact, that's my pen, apologies. If you don't get first contact, then you put yourself under pressure. If you do win first contact, you've still got to get the second contact. So that was disappointing in the fact that we lost off 2 shots deflected. But what I would say in respect of Luton is they've pulled the trigger, and I say it to the lads all the time. It doesn't have to be the perfect goal, and they got like 2 scraffy ones, in fairness. So that was disappointing. The only other thing, which I don't blame the lads for, is their second one that I weren't best pleased that was a free kick. I don't believe that's a free kick. Not the way the game was refereed. I thought the game was refereed with a bar of physicality, which is fine. I'm all right with that. And I just thought in the last couple of minutes it changed. So can't blame the lads for that so much. And but there are obvious tweaks that I will share with just the team.
We talked a couple of weeks ago after the Sheffield Wednesday game, and a couple of the players had said that it was the first time they'd been through a defeat like that. Conceded late goals again on Friday. Do you have any concern about sort of the cumulative effect losing a couple of games like that can have on the players, especially if they've not been through it really before? Yeah
and no, really. I don't think we're not that group of staff. I mean, I know because I've gone home to see my family for Christmas. They all tell me how grumpy I look on the side of the pitch, which is great. But away from the side of the pitch, we're not them guys, I don't think. So we don't have a blame culture here, or a depressing culture, or in the same way, if we win loads of games, we don't come in and throw diamonds around either. So we're pretty relaxed. I just think to nullify things like that, I give the lads reasons why it happened. So I'll show them a couple of things today why I believed it happened, and hopefully it won't happen again. But I get what you're saying. Like the Sheffield Wednesday one, we should have buried them. That's the truth. We didn't. I don't think we should have buried Luton, because they did have chances like we did. And over the course of the game, if it was a draw, obviously not conceding in the 90th minute, but over the course of the game, if it was a draw, I think it was probably a fair result. I don't think the lads deserve to lose, but I don't think it will become... I mean, what it might do, which is a motivating thing, that you just need to keep your standards for 96 minutes. You can't afford to drop at all. And what we did say was, like last year, I think it was... and it's the difference in standards, no doubt. But I think we played Bristol Rovers at home last year. I remember we were losing 1-0. We weren't really at our best. And then the last 3 or 4 minutes, we managed to get 2 goals, which, in a way, got us promoted. So I do understand that, teams with quality will just keep going, and they made changes, and I thought we addressed it quite well. But, both goals could have been stopped. That's the truth.
Coming up, 3 games in 7 days, 4 in 10 days. Talk to me about the intensity and the challenges of this time of year for you.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough in the fact that, I know we're playing football and coaching football, so in comparison to other people's jobs, it's not tough. But in our world, it's tough in the fact that, you have to, you have to prepare the team. Obviously, the physicality for the lads, they have to rest. They're still people. They're not like, at the end of the game, I don't put them in a cupboard and then pull them out 12 hours later. They go home, see their families who are in, and, they have to, duck and dive away from temptation. But the difficulty is to have a level of performance over the 4 games. That's the honest truth, without making changes throughout. So even if someone plays really well, you have to take him out to play a fresher pair of legs to flip it. So I think over 4 games there'll be team selections that from the outside people will be like, well, I thought he played really well. Yeah, he did. But, I thought Callum played really well. He did. But like Foz is playing, or, Tomo played really well. Yeah, he did. But Kenzo's playing this one. I think that's the hardest balance to get right, is to keep the team fresh and not to change it, unless obviously they underperform. If they underperform, that's different. That's the hardest thing, I think, and to get through these 4 games injury-free, because weirdly, you go through this chaos, and January is quite tranquille, apart from, I don't know if you get told about the transfer window. Apart from
Have heard of it, yeah.
Yeah. It's nice having this interview. So, so that's the hardest thing. Get through these games to keep everybody at an energy level that the ones who aren't playing think they might play, and they will play. That's the hardest thing, I think. And then because of the quick turnaround, we then watch the game back, clip the game, do recovery strategies, upload the next game, what we're going to play, how we're going to play. And it's just, we're so time poor, that's the truth, in the most enjoyable time. So when I see my friends who are having 2 weeks holiday, so jealous.
Wouldn't feel right if I didn't ask you at least one Christmas-specific question.
Yes. I'm good for Christmas.
I knew you'd
Christmas
be up for
joy.
it. So we've talked about I think your Christmas day before. We've talked about Christmas dinner. Yeah. Christmas film. What is at the top of the list for you?
See, that is an amazing question. I mean, I could give you numerous. Normally, me and the wife start watching them from December the 1st. I mean, this is going to go down horrifically with a football fan base, so I'm just putting it out there. Two, can I give you 2? Yeah. My all-time Christmas feel-good Christmas film is Love Actually, right? I think it's an amazing film. I don't like the cheating scene. That drives me insane, but I generally love that film. I'm putting it out there. I'm that guy, right? Confident guy. I could put Love Actually out there. My other one is Daddy's Home 2. Hilarious. The scene where they do the thermostat on the wall and dads can't believe that. I love that film. I just think it's funny. So it goes from one extreme to the other. There's loads in there. Like, I love the Home Alones. I love the Santa Clauses I did when the kids were young. I love Polar Express when my kids were young. Absolutely love that film. If I came home today and my daughter goes, Dad, Polar Express is on. Brilliant. Draw the curtains. Dad's in. I'm in. Fully in. And I used to do that thing where I would shake the bell on my phone, and if you believe, you hear it, and all that. Loved all that. So that's always up there. But the one that gets me in Christmas mood the most is, maybe because it's a British film, is Love Actually. Thanks
for indulging me. Boxing Day. Football is a fantastic tradition, fantastic part of Christmas. Yeah. Are you pleased you're going to be at home this year for it?
Yeah, buzzing. I don't think I'm not even sure I've managed a team at home on Boxing Day. I mean, you could come back at me.
I will check that.
Check and challenge, like it. So, yeah, I love Boxing Day games. I think there's a lot of things I like about Boxing Day, obviously. Most people turn up with a new scarf or hat or jacket. But there's a real energy within a crowd Boxing Day, because they've been sitting with their in-laws and think, oh, I'll just get to the game tomorrow and I'll start singing Derby songs. So that's amazing. There's always a real energy for the players. They're like really excited. Most of their families come on Boxing Day. And like for me, like I've been in sport, I've been playing since I was men's football since I was 15, so I was like 37 years maybe. Boxing Day has always been a game. So for me, I was disciplined on Christmas Day, no problem. Boxing Day games I loved. And when I'm not involved in professional sport, I will go to one. I will either watch rugby union, ice hockey, football. I will watch anything. Just to get out of the house and watch sport and get fresh air is amazing. So Boxing Day games for me are brilliant, but I've never ever had a late kickoff, I don't think. That is pretty unique. So that's going to mess up my whole cold turkey mustard sandwiches at night. I don't know how I'm going to get around that.
West Brom, the opponents, no surprise to see them competing to all the playoff places?
Yeah, I mean, they're very well coached, very good players. Obviously, they've over years have collected some very, some outstanding players. So they're always going to be a top 8 team, I think. And have been very difficult to beat. So look, they haven't probably won as many games as they would want. No one wants to draw that many games, but they haven't lost. So that builds a real confidence within the team. So, if a couple of them draws were wins, they'd be absolutely flying. So a team that like to keep the ball, who are really patient, who have real experience in the league as well. And, they won't be phased coming to our place, so we have to make it really difficult, and we have to work our team out to, you know, try and attack their weaknesses. Every team has weaknesses, so that's fine, and we have to try and, you know, reduce what they're good at. So we have a plan, but as always, a plan is only as good as to get punched in the face. So hopefully the lads can perform at a level that makes everyone enjoy their Christmas and enjoy being a Derby fan and enjoy life. So come out Christmas morning, afternoon, late afternoon, so you can have a good family time and then come to the game and let it rip. And that's how I hope the lads play, and I look forward to watching them.
Merry Christmas, Paul.
Thanks. Merry Christmas to you.